All right, hey everyone, back with part two of one sec. Close up the door. My family home. Don't want to distract them. Fun start. Back with part two of this exciting collegiate quarterfinal. So here, let me clean up my screen for a sec. Just getting it set up. Make that full screen. We are going to keep the scores listed on the second display. Um, yeah, starting the second half. Um, I was gonna add. I have this little notepad here. Notice. Uh, Time for the obligated self plug. I also stream other stuff, not just this match. So I think the prior score, Minnesota's up plus 31 and a half. But it's gonna keep the match information, and links to my other media. So citing self plugs. Anyway, that's enough of that. Um, the match is finally getting started. Um, so board one, table one is in 1-0. The second table um, is in the middle of their auction. Sorry, I'm moving windows around as I'm talking. So we are in a 30-minute delay. So if you type stuff in the comments, I will see them. I was more responsive to some of the stream chat in this at the end, but that's because the broadcast was finished and I could like watch my broadcast and fill in any missing information or questions. So I encourage you like be interactive. This is fun as you want to make it. So at table one, South opened a precision diamond, I guess. And after a nice spade overcall, partner bid a 1-0, which was passed out. East's kind of stuck 5-5 in the reds. Not really sure where to flee to. They didn't find a hard fit, for example. At the other table, it went a natural one club because they don't play precision. Still the spade overcall. We had raise, and then East made a responsive double, which West made a default rebid of their good 5 card spade suit. So it looks like they're getting into a little bit of trouble there. They want to be in hearts. The spade suit isn't awful. I mean, the spade suit is playing 4-3, but the problem is you don't have control. Um, you're not gonna have good trump control unless you're in hearts. So, um, interesting enough, no, Harvard broke the contract at both tables. So, um, Ben and Chang went minus, um, which is understandable. You have 4 clubs, and you have 4 clubs and 2 diamonds. It looks like, but not enough set up off the top. I guess they were able to establish diamonds. You can establish both on a heart lead, because East does have the ace of diamonds to get in. Um, so I guess and you're gonna want to develop your clubs before your diamonds. So looks like Sean and Zeren found the nice defense there. Um, Unfortunately, their teammates are gonna struggle in spades without the trump control. Queen third on the queen being in the shorthand offside is gonna hurt them for sure. Even if you can establish, it's just gonna be bad. Um, like you could lose 2 hearts, rough, natural spade, and 2 diamonds for down 3. Minnesota is going to take first blood on this half, um, which is starting to become a familiar story at this point. But um, Harvard's been aggressive. Their bids haven't worked out for them. But like they haven't bid on reasonably at all. So it's a tough game. Can't get everything right. Still 15 more boards to make this up. Nothing's over till the last card is played. Unless I mean, if you're down a ton, then it could be over by the last few boards. But things are still in play, so we'll see how things progress. Moving on to table one. Um, Ben again opened a precision diamond. Two diamonds, I guess, is natural over the precision diamond is their defense. A little light by West with only five diamonds and a bad suit. I'd be a little skeptical because the precision diamond often does contain at least like a 3+ diamond suit. I think there's only the only hand pattern Ben and Chang would be playing is like would be the south hand, but like the minors reversed. I think because their two club opener was 6+ when I looked last time. They would open the minors flipped, also a diamond, just because they don't have a place for it to go. Um, there's interesting ways to deal with that in precision. It's like um, 5 4 3 1 short minor is a hard hand to bid in a precision system, especially with club shortness. Or sorry, especially with diamond shortness. No, well, no, these hands would open a precision diamond, right? There's what's the hand pattern I'm thinking of? It's like I guess short diamond tends to open the precision diamond 4 3 majors. Um, it is there's one hand pattern. Um, is it four clubs, three diamonds? No, four clubs. I think there's one hand pattern where like South can have a double ten. It's a 2+. It's probably 2+. Yeah, I guess they do play 2+. Those awkward like hands where clubs the real minor is kind of a problem if you with precision. I like having the five. It's like the hands of five clubs that have a doubleton diamond, double or tripleton diamond are a little awkward in precision. Anyway, I'm talking way too much about the system. Let's look at the play. Um, So natural two diamond overcall, negative double, sure, hearts, correct to a non-forcing club suit. All right, so they got the clubs. Um, they've lost one trick. They're gonna lose another club. Gonna lose a spade. So making four, not bad. Good scramble by North to the long club suit. That was a good decision rather than staying in the 7 card art fit. Um, I guess on a bad day, 7 card hard fit might be a 6 card hard fit. And even a nice club suit. So good judgment by North there. I concur. Um, looks like Sheldon did a good job at escaping for down one on board two. I saw, or I guess they went down two. Um, good job. Still, escaping for down two is reasonable. Like I saw down three was pretty possible in that hand. So um, Harvard fighting their best with good declare play, but wasn't the right contract. So, um, hand two, South is opening a diamond, and West can't bid the natural diamond over because it's not a diamond isn't shortened. Julia and Morgan system. Um, Julia's a tough decision here. If you don't make 3 card spade raises, rebidding the minor is good. There are some players that like will rebid one no if that hand. Um, maybe not because you have the stiff club. Um, you could if it's a stiff minor. If I had a stiff spade, there's different styles there. I don't like rebidding no trump for singleton and partner suit. People like that style. I'll rebid the five. I recommend rebidding the 5 card minor. Um, things are ugly for Morgan. She has to pass this. Or it doesn't have. She could bid her club suit, but if partner has a sixth or even seventh diamond, I mean, she can picture having partner having a doubleton spade, 4 hearts, 6 diamonds, stiff club. It doesn't have any reason to think partner's twice her biddable suit is better than hers. They might play the same, and it's a level lower. Unfortunately, clubs is the better place. Clubs does make 4, so maybe diamonds has a shot if you don't lose too many natural diamond tricks. Spades are 3-3, which helps. You can take diamond roughs in hand to get some trump control back. You do have to establish your hearts and spade tricks first before you start taking diamond roughs, but if you plan your entries carefully, you can take the low diamond roughs early and at least make two. Um, I think Julia should be able to make at least eight tricks. We'll see how carefully she plays it. Um, let's check that the stream is delayed again. Um, on my phone, the last broadcast just finished. If you missed any point of this match, it will be on my YouTube later to save because I know Twitch deletes the matches within like a week or something, I think, if you don't save them. So, um, if you missed any part of the match and want to watch the action, um, it'll be saved. So, go do those fun post-mortem, kids, if you're playing the match. It's been a really solid match. Like I've enjoyed the quality of bridge here. Like these are good college players playing a nice, serious 32 board match, which you don't get to have all the time. So I hope they appreciate it as much as I, as a viewer, appreciate it. Because it really is. It's really fun watching these long team matches, and to see college students playing it with such high quality is an awesome. This really is an awesome accomplishment. These people have all, there's been a really long, much longer collegiate season than I'd say than has been typical the last few years. With two online qualifiers, a practice pair tournament, then this whole extra like group phase with the cancellation of Montreal. These college players have really played more bridge than ever this college bridge season. So like, really good for them. These teams clearly have worked hard, have done, have taken it really seriously, and have made their schools proud. So like, um, this is a great representation of college bridge at its best. So look forward to seeing the rest of this match. It'll be um, hopefully it stays exciting. All right, so let's look at board three. I'll get off my whatever. I don't know. So delayed qubit here is Michael's, not natural. Interesting. I would probably play that two diamond bit as natural. Um, Maybe it's because they're a past hand. I'm not 100% sure. Sean has an 8 card club suit that has potential to get in a good contract or some trouble. Um, West is kind of in a bind because like he's a good 15. He wants to invite partners like what 8 to 11 for one no. South is like I don't know. I don't know if there's any real UI there. I mean, you're playing. Sean's gonna bid 3 clubs. I think West could probably find a 3 no here. He might be a little worried. Partner's like a 9 count with 6 clubs. All right, so Julia did go down one and not make it. So part score swing in Harvard's favor, winning 6. Um, was there anything? Let's see how the defense went over here. I'm sorry that I'm reporting on hands like after they've been played. Checking 2 tables at once. I'm not a perfect person, so it's my first time commentating. So be a little patient with me. If you see something cool, I will hopefully talk about it a few minutes later. You can try to hold me accountable in the stream chat if I'm not doing a good enough job for you. I want to hear about it. So yeah, drill me if you need to. So okay, started good enough. Maybe she ran out of entries to rough the low diamonds. That's what I can think of. Because she needs to take some diamond roughs early, which she did. I guess she starts to get overroughed. Like, is it down already here? I guess it is, right? Because Duke has I guess you get a natural spade and at least one natural diamond. Is there a shot at the yeah, I can make six at the I can make three at the beginning, which is what I was saying. You have to aggressively go after those diamond roughs right away. Club at trip two is essential for that purpose. With the bad break. So Julia started nicely. Won the heart. Needs to rough a club now. Or I guess you can take a pitch first. Um, Started out very nicely. Have to unblock the spade. She ducked the heart. You can't duck the heart. You have to aggressively establish your entries to take the low roughs. It's not the same to just duck the heart. Even though it looks like a loser, it's a loser you have to take, but you need to establish the entry. Um, like in a high splayed, you don't know this, but it kind of puts West in a bind because West doesn't have the hard exit. Um, so all West really can do is return a trump, and then um, you can step cash your spades quick, take the rough. Like you have the time. Um, Unfortunately, the heart tended to be giving up because it gave East the entry he needed to give partner the roughs and to take the trump before South can get the low diamond roughs and establish spades. So um, it's a tough hand. I really like Julia's start. It's too bad. But nice defense by Kata Dog, finding the hard switch after winning the rough, I think. Um, did a good job at promoting their team's trump. So anyway, I guess Derp followed up with the spade. Let's shrink that window. So both sides are getting to 3-0. Um, Ice Loving did find 3-0 after Sean's three clubs. Let's see how this goes. The clubs are not a good position. You have entry problems. The hearts do pick up. Spades, you kind of have partial stoppers. I think down one seems about right because you just don't have a long suit to establish. Unfortunately, clubs aren't it. Um, so it's same at both tables. Yeah, down one. Um, we'll see if anyone can steal it. I don't think so because the problem is you can't establish clubs and have an entry. If you had one more entry to the east hand, it's a whole different ball game. Um, if North gets a little uncomfortable and does some cashy, and South pitches hearts, then maybe there's some traction. They have to get a little jumpy on their tricks. We'll see if either table can make it. I anticipate down one is a good board. That's my guess. Let me pull my computer closer. I feel like falling apart. Um, yeah, commentating this match alone. I was maybe gonna have a guest commentator, but he didn't answer. So it goes. There'll be a lot more fun bridge to commentate. Um, this is probably my one and only coverage of the college match because with G and Santa Barbara in the semifinals, they both have nice um clubs they have nice supportive members of their teams that are willing to stream, which is awesome. So kudos to them. So I'm guessing they'll be covering the last two since we have universities with um, Twitch streams. There's a list somewhere. Maybe I can. Um, there's a list somewhere if you like check bridge winners of all the different streams. I encourage you to support these college clubs streaming this championship. Again, this whole event's great. It's glad to see people taking the initiative, even like supporting um, members of the club that are developing that aren't playing for their teams, being able to stream the match. It's good for them to watch just good college bridge and develop throughout their skills. Because kibitzing can be a great way to learn too. Um, Anything good? Derp is Sheldon, or do they have five? Is that a different player? So Sheldon working on hearts. Low heart, full duck is like what keeps it alive here. Double dummy. Hearts are trying to get blocked is interesting. I don't like the Queen of Hearts here. I don't think it'll ever be right. You're just swallowing spots. Partner partner might have stiff like Jack here. You don't know that, so you're just throwing away a spot. So seems like a costly error to me. Now heart to the king. Declare knows to run the nine now. So um, I think it's still down one. I don't see much traction. Let's just five more tricks and a slow spade. Okay. Looks like Sean went down one as well. Um, so that should be a push. Harvard is down 29 imps at this point. They can get, a 12 imp swing sometime early, like they're in this. Um, might have an exciting finish still. So, like these teams have been neck and neck. Harvard did have a slow start those first like four boards of the first set, but like nothing. These are two pretty even teams. I was gonna be really sad when North showed up with Queen Nine Third of Spades. I guess he stole a spade or something. I wasn't completely watching the play. Um, I guess if you don't pick up all four rounds of hearts, like I bet Ben. I think is more experienced than Julia. I bet he ducked. Um, so I think Sean probably got the same result by running the Jack of Spades and losing two spades. He only needed three hearts because you can finesse the queen. You can get two spades, three hearts is five, two diamonds is seven, the ace of clubs is eight. So Sean picked up his trick of spades. Um, Problem is you can't establish two spades before losing two spades. So down one, still looking like the case here. Could you end play Morgan? Problem is Morgan has like the club to cash. Ducking the diamond's an interesting play. Um, yeah, Morgan if she gets a little cashy here, could be a problem. Okay, she recognizes that Declare can't get to dummy. So she's cashing her club, and I bet she's gonna exit the Queen of Spades, which would be a nice. Or no, Queen of Spades is a bad exit because you lose that extra spot. The Queen of Spades. Okay, she's exiting the diamond. That's a good. You lose the integrity of a spade spot by exiting Queen. You smother partner's nine essentially because later 10-8 will be over the ace nine. Um, Nice exit by Morgan. Not blowing it for her team. Um, Very nice, very careful defense, cashing the club, finding the exit. This will pay off well for them. Um, will be a push on a difficult board. Um, Nice recovery for her partner, who probably shouldn't have put up the Queen of Hearts. Um, so nice job, Morgan. Um, Here we have four hearts by West. To go like preempt and raise. Or sorry, West was opener. Um, yeah, I mean Sean has a good source of tricks. Doesn't have much entries, which is a little scary. Um, Fortunately, spades are split awfully here. Club lead is favorable for them for sure. Um, a diamond lead's very scary. Um, Turns out all their spades in Sean's hands is freaking useless. um, East West had the entry anyway to take the club finesse themselves, but this really just makes it cold for Minnesota. Oh wait, no, it's not cold. Um, you do need to know, pull 2 rounds of trump and unblock spades and pitch a diamond. Because the thing is, North can dock the heart twice. Then they have 3 diamonds and a heart. The Cud lead might be the only lead that lets them make because you unblock spades, you finesse the heart. Well, West needed to play a high heart there to increase the chances. Ben gets to put in the heart now, so they're down. Oh no, they're not. Yeah, no, or yeah, there's no other entry to the East hand. That's sad. West had a shot. If West ran the high heart, trying to drop like King and One for that extra chance, which I don't blame. Like winning the Ace of Hearts, I think is reasonable because you would hope if clubs, um, you would hope if spades don't split 5-1, if they split even 4-2, 4-2 or better, you can get 1 diamond pitch, which is enough. You can afford to lose the King of Hearts. It still might be right to lead the Queen of Hearts up because maybe North will make the mistake in cover, trying to promote partners like Doubleton Jack, for example. If you let the Queen here, I think North might cover to protect partners Doubleton Jack. Of course, leading the heart Queen would be weird without having Queen Jack. But it's a desperate playing trumps that has been done before. Um, I think it's called a Chinese finesse. That might be offensive. I'm sorry if that's offensive. Um, there's at least one other alternative term for it. That's the one. Um, that's the only one that's coming to my head right now, which is kind of bad. Um, wait, whoa, wait. Did I miss something? Oh, I wasn't watching. Wait, they did let them make it. Swing for Harvard. Right when they needed it. Morgan had her partner covered, but what happened after the diamond? Low spade. That shouldn't matter. Then Morgan. Oh, she didn't exit a spade. She tried another diamond. Open partner at 4. All right. Spade duck was a very nice play by Sheldon. Morgan is kind of stuck to know her exit. She doesn't want to play partner in spades, that's for sure. So diamond does look passive as long as South has one more diamond. I don't know if Julia messed up count or Morgan wasn't watching count in diamonds. That can be avoided with good signaling. Morgan should be able to know what the best exit is. But you put your opponents under pressure, and these good declarative plays can trip you up. So, good job by declarer there, West, for putting the maximum pressure on the opponents, not giving in there. So, that's a swing Harvard needed right now for sure. 12 imps for the Crimsons. Um, with that, Harvard leads this set by 14. They're still down 17 imps, but things start to get more uncertain with um, what 14 boards left, 12 boards left. I can't keep no. 3 even play 13 boards left. Adding is hard, folks. Hmm. 1-no doubled looks a little spicy. South opened. Ben opened really light in third. Um, Respect. I would just open that 2 spades. People need to be less afraid. Well, I guess you have both majors. It's not a terrible third seed opener. Um, his partner wasn't in on the joke. Like 10 count, 5 card suit, doubled. Um, this still could be hard depending on where things are positioned. Both diamonds are offside. Club is offside. East West has what, 3 clubs and 3 aces, and kind of touch and go if they establish a spade or heart or a diamond. Um, North South defend perfectly. I think they can set this one. Um, Going after hearts, it seems like a wise move. Or I guess you can't really touch anything. You need passive. Set playing spades sets up the 10. Playing hearts, I guess, sets up the 9 in 3 rounds because queen 10 are tight. Or 4 rounds. Sorry. Um, this light opener and the penalty double isn't going to work out. It's going to be a good board for Minnesota. Um, Fully expect a few imps to be won here. Um, let's see the 4 heart hand. So it looks like they're down. Morgan led the king of diamonds, which is the much better lead. I think she led the. Let me see the tricks. Anyway, this is down. Diamond lead encouraging, and Morgan switched to a spade. Um, Maybe thinking partners, or maybe thinking that was shouldn't be suit preference. It's the most encouraging diamond. Ben made a nice false card with the diamond jack, um, trying to make the 4 seem hot discouraging, right? Julia might have 4-2 Doubleton. I like the false card. Generally, as declarer, if you're not going to win the trick and they have all of the strength in that suit, you might discard attitude. You might discard their attitude signal in their suits if you want them to discourage diamonds. If you want them not to continue diamonds, you play a high one, which it can seal your low spots, which makes the encouraging card a little more nebulous, and they might switch. So, did induce a switch to spades. Um, but again, West led a low heart. West needs to lead a high heart, and encourage North to cover. Um, so this is just dead in the water. You needed you needed to pickle like the small doubleton heart with South to pitch your diamonds on the spades after unlocking. So just because spades split 5-1, so West didn't find it. North is setting this 1, maybe 2. I guess they have a natural club and a heart because no pitches, no entries. Um, so board 4 will be a push. I think the stream should be starting right now. Yeah, we're back. Board 2 of the stream right now. Okay. I'm just making sure it's working. I don't want people will be all over me if this crashes. Oh, fun stuff. All right. I'm glad the stream is working. Remember, if you missed any part of the beginning of this match, first or second segment, will be on my YouTube channel. The link, I did post all my channel information below. Also trying to grow a Bridge Discord community. There's no real good one. I know College Bridge has a server too, and a few other people have tried servers, but nothing's really that big yet. If you want to help me grow Bridge on Discord, can support my streaming and join it. Trying to get more like casual discussion and conversations happening too. Besides just like tagging when I'm doing videos or streaming. So, um, like I don't know about your thoughts, but I think Discord is definitely like heavily favored. Like Discord and Reddit are favored by a younger community that wants to like interact and have conversations with their peers about whatever their interest is. So I think growing like if we could grow like 1,000 plus people Discord community, like a crazy server, um, I think that would be honestly some a step that would be good for our online bridge. If we just had our own like I know Discord servers are harder to find than like a Reddit page, but if we could grow a big one, get the word out, I can see that being good for like Young Bridge in general. So did one no make two? That's what it looked like was happening. Um, made just one. Um, what happened after the heart switch? So you should work on clubs. Um, probably went after the double diamond finesse for the over trick instead of like a slow spade or heart. Is what I'm guessing. Um, you have to pitch something on the club. Ben is squeezed in the majors if you play the club now. Um, you don't know that, of course. Wasn't gonna commit to pitching a heart if like Ben pitched a spade. So I get that. I guess you kind of have to end play Ben with like a spade into your hearts, which is a little scary. So I get it why in practice it might make one. Um, Chang and Men are apologizing to each other. It's good that they're on the same page. You don't want to start yelling at partner. That's how the sec. That's how you know your event really ends when you start killing each other. Um, there's some high functioning partnerships that their dynamic is to yell and scream at each other. I don't think those are the really long term ones. I know one or two pairs in Chicago that are like um, that win regional events all the time, but it's not the recommended partnership style. Um, don't scream at your partner. Be nice to partner. If you're nice to partner, partner will have confidence. Partner will play well. If partner has to like second guess that you're gonna be angry at them, like for every decision they make, there's enough decisions in bridge already. Um, so be nice to your partner. Let them focus. Don't let them worry about you hating them after the session. Like, even if you do hate them and the partnership's over, just like be a nice person. Um, people are at where they're at. This looks like a good five diamonds. Doesn't make. I guess the heart's stuck. You happen to have no club loser. Could make six diamonds. Um, I don't know if Leo. It went four diamonds five. There's not a ton of room to find out that your hand is perfect. Um, and Ben, opened. Yeah, was Ben one of the people that opened two spades on like King six? Maybe that was Sean and Jonathan. I think. Maybe Chang was one of them. I don't remember. Um, if your partnership style is to open King six at the two level, like I understand not looking for slam. Um, you don't have room for preemptive key card after a four diamond opening, unfortunately. So, and it really is on the spade finesse in practice. So, um, it turns out the no club loser is just a huge boon for Ben's hand. Um, eight diamonds and the right void is like key for over tricks. So, I totally get it. Um, so Sean and Siren were doubled in one no. And they're meanwhile, Jonathan and Sheldon are a level higher in two no, but on doubled. Um, so they will have to play this better to make two. Um, let me. My brother's texting me. Turn on Do Not Disturb. All right. No distractions while commentating. Um, um, cool. So yeah, this is going to be a lot harder in practice. Okay, Derp is claiming an over trick. So it looks like his heart set up the way they defended, and I guess on a diamond shift at some point they set up an extra diamond for West. So West, very comfortably, they never touch spades, which could be in time. Set up the heart, set up a diamond. Looks like Harvard comfortably made 150, so just gonna lose one there on the little miscommunication of the third state opener. Um, Not what they wanted, but losing one imp is understandable. Um, so good recovery, nice effort. North made a really nice defense at table one. I have to say, even though partner had trash for their opening. And it looks like Declare did a nice job on the other table. So nice recovery for the Harvard team after that double. So um, South went a little lower here, just 3 diamonds. That does give Morgan room if they play preemptive key card to bid like. I would play 4 club series key card. Maybe you find out about the void in the um, King Queen of Diamonds. Morgan level lower makes a practical 3-0, which I think is reasonable. Um, you really only expect 7 diamonds. I wouldn't expect that good a hand with South. Um, I think it's hard to get the level and strain right with the South hand. I guess missing game is reasonable. Um, Spade lead, they're gonna make 7-0, which is I think like 2 imps for Minnesota, right? 400, 520, 520 versus 440 is 80. Is that 3? I think that's just 2. I forget. That might be 3. 390. Anyway. Um, yeah, win 2. Minnesota not letting their lead go. Um, that's for sure. Let's watch lots of red on this suit. Ben opened one of those awkward short diamond hands with 5 clubs that I was talking about earlier. One of the harder hands to pin in precision. West, big hand, bits of heart. Um, North with a good like 7, 8 count and 6 diamonds. Makes a simple raise, gives partner room. Partner often is a doubleton diamond here, like understandably. Maybe not if they have heart shortness. Like you tend to need you either are like 4-4 in the majors, doubleton diamond with 3 clubs, or you're the 5 club hand, 3-2 major, or you can have 5 clubs, 3-3 major, doubleton diamond is like the other doubleton diamond hand shape. Um, Ben does raise on ace jack third. I like it if you're conservative if your diamond raises. Like if partner often has 5 or 6 there, I think it's if he knows his partner is a little more conservative, tends to have a 6 diamond, I think it's very reasonable. Um, West isn't very shapely, unfortunately, despite the power, so opts for 3 hearts, 4 diamonds. Sean never gets to show his 6 card spade suit. Doesn't have much power, so I see giving it up. Passing 4 diamonds seems reasonable. um, you lose a club, 2 hearts, a spade, down 1. Um, I guess once I click on the bidding, it's hard to see. Like it doesn't. once I have the bidding there, I don't see the current card being let out. I guess is the thing. All right, let's see how they're handling the same hand at the other table. Um, Interesting enough, without like the negative free bid like convention where North can freely bid her long diamonds. Um, with the standard short club, you don't get to push them around. Um, oh, Ben made that. Nice job. How did Ben make that? Then miscount, you lose a heart, a spade, a club. I thought you lose two hearts. Did Ben get a nice end play? Or I guess West really is everything, so you can set up a club pitch. So Ben must have played. Ben looks like got a diamond lead. Oh, diamond lead helps a lot. Well, not a lot, but didn't go after clubs, which is what I needed to do. Double dummy. But West rose ace. Um, oh, hard switch isn't good. You need two hard tricks to set it. So Ben snuck it away. Good score for Harvard. Um, if their teammates can make hearts or go down, their teammates can make hearts. That could be a good swing for them. Let's see if that's possible. Um, 5, 6. I feel like hearts should be down 2. They got a little high. Um, I guess without interference, West wanted to invite. The two doubletons just adds up to the loser count. One, two, three, four, five. I mean, you have 6 losers, and then you have two doubletons. Not two small doubletons, but one small doubleton and ace and one. Um, if you read, I know there's a few experts that have strong feelings about hands with two doubletons. Usually they have an extra loser. Um, Not sure what mathematically the best way to like think about organizing it is, but if you like Melco Chimero, I know in his book How to Play Like an Expert, he talks about he has different rules for like when it's that partners helps you game try, and oh no, it says OBS disconnected. I hope it reconnects. We'll see. Okay, reconnect. Hope that's not too choppy. Um, Anyways, talking about evaluation of two small doubletons. Melco Chimero in his book, he is probably the best thing I've seen. He doesn't. He talks about like he talks a bit about loser count with like these hands, in his book How to Play Like an Expert, and his theory is when he has like different rules in his. Shut up, Siri. All right. He has different rules for like accepting helps you game tries. The rules are more for like a beginner or intermediate player. But they're helpful like rules of thumb. And his rule of thumb for hands of two doubletons is, um, you know, essentially when looking at like loser count, if to accept like a help suit game try, um, he basically he basically requires one extra trick to help. Um, Basically, you use loser count to evaluate if you should make a help suit game try with the 5 4 2 2 hands. Um, and he basically downgrades. He basically always includes that hand. He makes them count like one extra loser before making their help suit game try, or something like that. Um, and from what I've seen, like I basically agree. Like, because you think of like broke if you have like a broken honor sequence across a doubleton, like King Jack, for example, like um unless you have like solid like suited connectors, um using the poker terms. Um oh thanks. Santosh is saying I could be a guest commentator. I'd be happy to guest commentate. Um you won't hear my response to a comment for 30 minutes from now. Maybe I'll respond to the chat in a sec. Anyway, um, yeah, it'd be fun to commentate on more of these, like if I'm free, for sure. If they need more hands on deck. Um, anyway, um, yeah, the West. Let's see how. Okay, so Harvard did make it, which is nice. Comeback they needed, to be frank. This makes it a lot more exciting. Um, didn't pick up the hearts. That's had a rough high. Didn't double hook hearts. Went ace. Oh, you can get club roughs. I guess that makes all the difference, right? You win two clubs off the top. You get a club. You get two club roughs. It's four tricks. Four clubs, including the roughs. Four clubs, four hearts, the ace. You don't even need the diamonds. So, nice play. I like that. Um, helps keep Harvard some skin here. Some skin in the game. So up 18. Still down 13, but it's getting closer to being anyone's game. That's for sure. Um, they're taking a break after opening lead on board 8. West opens a semi-balanced minimum. East is a 12 count, two 5 card suits. Seems pretty reasonable to me. They got to 3-0. Um, the other table's a hand ahead of them. Let's see how they did. Um, Sean and Ziren made a nice 3-0. Um, I'll skip the play on that. We'll just watch how 3-0 works on board 8. I guess clubs are kind of favorable as long as you duck like a low heart to the queen, which you need to do to preserve your spots. There's not a ton of traction um, for for North South to have. So that's for sure. Um, Another pivotal bowl game for East West. Um, Sean makes a double. I guess West has like solid 15. I would almost prefer to defend one diamond double. That could actually be. You have to set it 4. Um, you could set it 4, I think, potentially. Two diamonds, two hearts. No, you can set one diamond double 3. So 3-0 is where you want to be. You have 4 clubs, 2 diamonds is four spades. So it's over trick score. You have 10 tricks off the top, pretty much. Um, I guess you have to guess to finesse the spade, but it's like free. It's there. If you're careful in watching your count signals, you can maybe steal it. A deceptive defender might give false count. Or both defenders have to give false count. We'll see if West figures it out. You kind of need to do it now. I would have cashed clubs first. I guess you can't cash all of your clubs because that's your entry to the fourth spade. So you're kind of stuck guessing early. Um, I think you could, if you're careful, cash 3 clubs to get count. He's just gonna play queen here. So making 9 tricks. Gives Harvard a shot at an over trick. If Sheldon or Common Dog, whoever, I guess Sheldon's probably playing it. Gives them a chance at grabbing an extra imp, gets it closer to even. Um, let's see what's going on here. Um, there's just 10 tricks left on 9. 7 boards left for table 1. Just over the half now. Cotton Dog and Derp need to make 3-0. Or they have to keep pushing these boards. They have to keep pressing onward, or they're going to fall behind. Um, is it cold at this point? They have 3 spades. Needs to be a little careful with his entries. He's going to establish 2, 5, 6. Good choice. You're going to get a slow diamond in the end position. Um, they can't cash 3 tricks fast enough if clubs are 3-3. So I think Sheldon has got this. I expect this to be a push minus a declarative error. If Morgan pushes a hard through, that is probably their best cause. You can set it on a low spade now. Huh. Why does a low spade? I guess there's entry problems because the heart is your entry, and then you're establishing a trick for north south. So problem is east west has to start squeezing themselves with discards. So having to shortening that spade guard. Well, it's not the shortening that's the issue. Um, has to be some sort of timing issue with the spade shift where you can set it. Um, oh well, the thing is, Morgan's going to be the one to get in later, and she'll be able to cash um, 2 quick diamonds, a spade, and a heart to partner's king, because the heart has to be the entry for the clubs. So it's just a timing thing. Morgan, she can't compromise diamonds now. Um, And if you lead a heart, I think if you're not careful, you could set up a heart on the board for east west instead of the diamond. So that's why the heart is right. You have to lead a passive low spade. Is the only thing that does it. Um, I don't know if there was a better line for declare. Maybe they were a little too slow on the club uptake and establishing them, and got a little sloppy with entries. I don't see that big a problem. The lead might have been different. When Morgan thinks over this critical defense, I don't know why I'm doing that. It's like while they're being tortured over here, back at the barn, we'll go back to table 1 and see what mischief is happening over here. They're whacking 4 hearts. East opened 1 heart. Okay, 6-5. Not a lot of aces, but okay. West of the void and 3 small hearts jumps to 4 hearts, which I definitely like over the 2 diamond overcall. No wastage. Spades are potentially source of tricks. It is one of those weird double fit hands, so I think they're actually very happy to be in 4 hearts double. To be frank, you pull like 1 round of trump, you can lose 2 hearts, run. I mean, box as long as you have an entry for running the spades, you can afford to overtake with 3-2. So I think they should make this, which is a good swing back from Minnesota. Um, I guess they can make 6. I guess it looks like you can make 5. Yeah, spades run, so you just lose. You only have to lose 1 trump double dummy. Crush the 10, hook the heart back, spades overtake. I think they'll make 5 in practice because Sean is maybe going to want to cater to 4-1 hearts. Um, If you want to cater to 4-1 hearts, you like carefully start the cross ruff and unblock two spades. Maybe you just need 3-2 spades here. You need 3-2 spades or 2-2 hearts, I think is like the bottom line. Sean can't continue hearts. The duck could really only be done if hearts were bad. I would just play for 3-2 spades. Um, like you can't rough enough clubs is the problem. And if you start roughing clubs, you cut off your entries in the west hand. So, um, heck, even like stiff 10, I would cash one round of spades low. You have to do the spade. You can't. Is it a safety play to rough hearts to clubs? Not really, because like they're gonna start over roughing you at some point. Chang is pinned here. I mean, Sean found a nice line. You can definitely consider like some sort of safety play. Um, 3-2 spades is pretty practical here. It'd be really clever to dock with ace and one. It was a nice dock by North. It was their best chance at holding this. So, um, good try by Harvard. Um, did Morgan not find the spade? Solo spade. It looks like she did it. She broke diamonds. Okay. All right, that should be game there. I think. How do I get rid of this stupid display? Close. Okay. With a diamond, I think that's the ninth trick, right? Because two clubs, a diamond, a heart, two spades. Um, diamond could be right in other hands, for sure. So like, I don't. That does look like a scary dummy with two clubs and having to make pitches. Like, I think, um, it is scary. Sean is gonna claim. It is a scary dummy. I can see the worry that like you're dropping three diamonds on the table. So, great board for Minnesota here. How big is for its double bowl making six? It's like 10 something, right? I think it's worse than if they bid slam. Or it's better for North South if they bid slam, but they're not bidding slam on these cards. They're happy to make game. So, um, this might be the 10, like the 10 imps that Minnesota needs to keep their lead on at the end, giving them some cushion. Um, Sean sees the play. It's hard to accept online claims. I've had I've gotten into trouble talking about online claims, so I'm not going to talk about online claims. I can understand wanting. Oh, I guess Ben rejected. Oh, I guess Ben rejected it. It sounds like his partner saw 1190. Um, very good board for Minnesota. I don't think that's something that'll be replicated. We can see. Um, there's a free M for Harvard here if they can pick up four spade tricks in 3-0. Um, we'll see. I mean, it's possible Derp decides to defend one diamond doubled. But they only set it 3 for 5. The vulnerability 3 now seems about right. So, um, Let's see if Harvard can pick up an impair. I don't expect 10 to be a push, but stranger things have happened. Um, all right, some strong club variants. That's definitely the kind of thing Harvard needs right now to stay alive. Table variance is equals transference. So, um, geez, ever gonna let? I guess Jonathan hasn't declared a board yet. Poor guy. His partner's been playing it well, so I don't think he can complain. um, his partner's had a very nice set so far of his card play. Um, so the North Hand has basically quick diamond tricks and not much else. The South Hand has two quick tricks as well and length and hearts, which is the long suit. Um, it's eight top tricks. Ace of spades is on side. Can't really touch hearts. They're getting to a nice light 3-0 here. Um, good judgment. Good judgment by um, North to push for this game with Stiff King of Hearts across the semi-positive. Um, good judgment by Ben too to show the semi-positive instead of. It's hard to really trap pass with 10 fifth. Like I think he probably could have passed and let partner reopen with a double. Um, I understand the semi-positive with maybe it's probably more like 6-7 at the two level. It's supposed to be 5-7, but the higher you go, the more strength you need. So a good six across, 16 of solid tricks with a solid six card suit. Totally as play. North's not afraid to like go to four diamonds on this one down one or two. That wouldn't be the end of the world. So I can see. So just good overall judgment. This will save some M's from board nine. Um, is Harvard gonna take the spade hook? I think they're having the same problem. I think he's gonna. What was the lead? Okay, he got the overcheck. That's good for them. Close matches that are exciting. None of these guys or gals probably want an exciting match right now. They want their team to win. But we, the Kibitzers, enjoy, a close match. So, um, looks like spade, fourth best spade lead helped. Yeah, spade lead gave it away. I think we had I forget what was led at the other table, but it wasn't a spade. So leads are hard. So one imp back towards Harvard gives them narrowing the gap. But we have a bad board for Harvard yet to score up. So 19 this set. They are now down 12. One board away with 7 boards to go. We're gonna keep an eye on the bidding over here just to see if anything happens to save the doubled contract. Um, they're still in the 3 now. Ben is gouging for over tricks, which is understandable. He wants to squeeze Easton clubs and steal an extra spade. Or does he need the spade? He needs the spade for his contract. Excuse me. Um, yeah, he has to squeeze East to make sure like a heart and a spade aren't cashing, or a club and a. Kind of a little tricky. Um, if you could afford, I guess he can't really attack hearts himself, so he's squeezing East with the heart length, um, which is a pretty nice play. Can he go down here? I can see. He's down. Because I guess the ace and West, yeah, Bennett across and Bennett to take the spade finesse like early. You can make this. Here's the diamond was an important entry for him. He needed to take the spade finesse at the beginning when he because I mean he has six diamonds, two clubs, a seven, spade would be eight. How many tricks can they take? I mean the 10 third of clubs is I guess it's not a complete godsend. Um, did we get a mud club lead? What was lead? It's not as cold as I thought. Heart lead. Did we get a spade switch? Heart continuation. Um, sets up. No, the 10's not set up yet because the jack's out. Did we get a stuck in the spade? Spade. Oh, let's let him finish it out. Then we'll take a look. Sean has to pitch his club here. Nice defense, Sean. Low club. Very important to preserve the integrity of your spots. They're having a nice defense. Let's take a look at that where Ben went wrong. I think he had a shot at making this on like the lead and first few tricks. Um, double dummy. It's cold on any lead. Ace of hearts. Heart continuation. You can afford to pitch a club. We got a club switch, which you win high. I think you need the spade finesse now. You need eight more tricks. And those eight tricks are going to be six diamonds in a club, or seven of those eight tricks, and the spade is your eighth. I mean, you can cash two. You can cash one round of diamond first. Hell, you can cash two rounds of diamonds because the club is an entry. Ben too afraid to take the spade finesse. Um, that's too bad. They're in a nice contract. Um, I guess he wanted to run diamonds. He figured his third club would set up, or he would have the chance to take the spade anyway. But he just ran out. He was trying to get squeezed himself with his discards. Keep. Oh, he couldn't keep the long heart. I mean, it's hard to keep his heart length, and he has to make these pitches. You know what I mean? You have to pitch. You have to pitch your spade to take the hook. That's it. You get three pitches, so you can pitch a small club, um, one heart. Can you pitch two hearts? I'm not sure if you can pitch two hearts, two spades. It's too many discards, no longer enough entries. It's too bad. Would have been nice. Would have been a good swing for Harvard, but shit happens. Let's go back to the other table. Looks like they bought hearts undoubled. Weston not jump after the two diamond overcall. Interesting enough. East jumped with the shortness. Um, interesting variation here. Um, North is a little too chunky to compete. South is defense. If partner only has like a three card raise, so I understand not sacking. Could be fitting a thin game. Um, so this will be. I'm not even gonna try to calculate the math because they could difference amounts. Um, looks like they're on track to make six potentially. We'll see if Jonathan starts roughing clubs or if he finds the spade overtake, like Sean did. I think unfortunately 10 and 11 are gonna put Harvard back quite a lot after their good start. think this set's going to be about even after those cash, right? This is at least 8 to 10 for. Okay. Common Dog is finding the good line. Nice job, Jonathan. But unfortunately, he's not doubled. So I'm not sure about 11. 11 looks like it can go a lot of different ways. I think it's normal not to get the game to play like three diamonds, but Jonathan lost two hearts. So 11 back to Minnesota. Um, Starts to make this an unbalanced game. Harvard's still leading the set by 8. Um, they need to get 20 imps fast, and they're running out of boards. So, all it takes is a grand on one of the last boards, or a double game swing, or, these things are rare, but they happen. Um, wasn't sure we played jury over double, so precision diamond. Was that the last hand? Sure, we played jury. Oh, they missed game last hand. Okay, that's some leg room in for Harvard. Um, Sean had a good 14. West had a nice 10. They lose a diamond. The heart hook is on a club. Pretty easy 4. Pretty easy 4 in practice, but East has to take the invite. West has to go with the fourth trump. Um, it's like a 50-50 game, pretty much. Club, a diamond, a heart. Could be 2 hearts. They're non-vol. Um, that might be a game back to Harvard if 11 goes bad. Um, Looks like North South is getting to 3-0, but from the other side. We'll see if how Morgan plays it. If thing is, you're gonna get a spade lead on this one. Um, Spade lead is a lot. I think spade lead sets it off the top because you don't have time to establish the heart. Is this like down 2 on the lead? No, it's still making. Um, Why is this still making? 6, 7, 9 tricks off the top. That's your 9th trick right there. Um, so this is gonna be bad for Harvard too. Morgan doesn't have the same guess as Ben, so 450 is like another 10, I think. Um, which will put Minnesota leading the set. Um, this game turns like that. I mean, 2 bad boards and the whole lead turns. Could happen either way. Harvard was on a good lead there. Um, there's a game swing back on board 12, so they could trade them. Still stay in it. Um, Harvard does need like 20 imps fast in the last 5 boards though. Um, they need like 24 to win or something like that. So falling out a little bit. Not doubling 4 hearts. Ben making 3-0 would have made all the difference. Hope it's not a regret after the match. This is some tense shit. um, Sean's down at this table in a ratty 2-0. Partner had total crap for him. Um, Hard for Ben to double with like 6. He doesn't want partner to pull to 3-0 or something. They're all full. Well, you wouldn't pull to 3-0. They're 2-0. It's hard for Ben to double with 6 and a 5 card suit. He knows things are breaking badly because it's the precision diamond. So the only thing two diamonds promises is shortness. But was especially bad. They did nice defense. Um, Probably at least win three on that board for Harvard. Might not be enough though. They might have had to start getting out the red card for some blood. But it's not at all clear. That's for sure. You can disagree with me if you want. I don't know. Morgan's making an over trick. Looks like I don't know. I guess she stole a club. Looks like Morgan stole a club before things went to shit. Um, didn't matter imp wise. So another 10 for Minnesota. Minnesota takes the lead this set with 5 boards left in play. So um, Imps could be coming back to Harvard on board 12. Um, Need to be really careful from here on out. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Jonathan and Sheldon to pick up the remaining imps. But we'll see what they can do. It's been a very solid match. Both teams are playing really well. Um, Sucks to be in the right contract but not make it. That's happened a few times today. We saw like Julia go down in that 2 heart. We saw Ben go down in that 3 now. Um, it's not always an easy game. Um, for the most part, I've been pretty impressed with the bidding by everyone. No one's done anything like too impractical. Um, for the most part, I think partnership defense and stuff has been like pretty much on the same page. We're seeing, small end of hand defensive errors have been, you know, the swings more than a lot. Um, so East West are in this four spades. Spades are really off positioned. Um, West has a good 11. Decided to game force. Okay. Um, the diamonds are on side. Clubs are locked down. You do have two quick hearts and a heart rough. Did that happen? I think it did. Because I don't see diamonds being played yet, which I think that sets it right away. So good defense by Ben and Cheng. Um, Keep them alive in this game, setting a game. If their partners can stop and part score, not lose their head, then I mean you might even make it non-impart score if they don't find the hearts. But it's hard with West declaring spades because North will be on lead. His King of Hearts is a normal lead. Um, their partners can stay low. They have a shot, that's for sure. You really have to stop in two. North in practice here has like two spade tricks, pretty much. Hard, hard, hard. I mean, you have to leave like a low spade from ace and like have them rise queen. You know what I mean? Low spade to the queen. Um, it's pretty feasible. All right. Harvard pair did bid game and did make it. Played Jordan over a takeout double. Other pair wasn't sure if they played Jury or Jordan over the takeout double. They thought they played Jury. This pair over any interference plays Jordan or True Scott or whatever you call it. Um, Nice swing for Harvard. I guess it's only six, right? Because they made part score at the other table. It's like 260 or whatever, 250. This win six. Harvard takes back their lead this set. Is up for this set. Is still down 27 with only 4 boards left. So we need 3 big swings for Harvard here. We've yet to see 15 and 16, so there might be traction there. Um, there's definitely a chance to win some parts or swings for Harvard on 13-14. So if we can get like two, if all four boards can go Harvard's way, we could see an upset in these last few boards. Um, yeah, 13 East West got into trouble. Would have been good to double them. Um, I see a comment. That's probably, I don't know what board it's about because I'm delayed. Or I'm ahead. You're delayed. I'm not delayed. Um, looks like we're on board 9. Not on board 9. We can look at board 9. Sorry, you guys figured it out, but I want to know. Oh, it's about figuring out the spade. The spade suit. Okay. Oh, they're talking about the combination on the lead if you like duck the 10 the first round. Yeah, the suit combination is important to pick up double 10 jack. But that's only if you lead low from like 4 small. Um, it's an interesting card combination. Good discussion. Good discussion in the chat. Appreciate. Um, 1-0 by East. Because they don't play the precision diamond. This could be win 3. If Jonathan can make this, I'm not sure if he can. That could be a good swing for Harvard. That's like another 6. Um, diamond lead is definitely what you want to see. Um, is it there though? You have entry problems with the West hand, and you have all these finesses to take. If they don't find this club switch, if you can establish your other 3 suits, you might have a shot. So we'll see how Jonathan does. I think this could be about like win 6, win 7 for Harvard. Um, let's see if there's any action on board 15 or 16 because you really need like a big, you really need something good over here to make the final push. Like we have maybe a 6 or 7 imp swing on 13, a 3 imp swing on 14, potentially. But we still need something big at 15 or 16, or at least nothing good from Minnesota if this is going to stay tight in the last 2 boards. Sean and Ziren look like they're about to get to a nice 4 spades. If they can do it, Minnesota might finalize their victory right here on this board. Um, even if it gets pushed at both tables, if they bid and make it, like I'm seeing imps run out for Harvard. Sean made a pass. It's a pretty flat 8, no controls. I think it's very reasonable. I don't blame him for passing here. Thing is, you only lose. I guess you do lose 4 tricks, right? You lose 2 hearts, a spade, and a club. Sorry, I should count my losers before encouraging them to bid game. I was looking at the bidding without looking at their actual hands. So, it looks like you do have 4 quick losers. So, actually, a good judgment call by East West. Harvard might be able to steal a game if they bid game. They might be able to steal it. It's hard to find the Ace King when they're separated. There's definitely room to like establish. I guess you'd have to establish a hard pitch on a club. Maybe that's a little less likely. Some room for Harvard to steal it. If Harvard can steal 4 spades here, that's probably the kind of stuff that need to happen at this point. Given that Minnesota's catching up. Let's see how 13 is going. Jonathan got to dummy to establish 2 spades and a diamond. I think he's good. I think he's making 1. Another good board for Harvard, keeping it close right till the end. It's looking like at this point they'll at least be the first school in these quarterfinals to be down the first half and win the second. Um, oh no, they down. Never mind. Morgan is cashing tricks. I wasn't paying attention. Um, they'll still win three. It's not. Would have been six. They probably needed six at that point. Okay, we can finally get a good view at board 16. Harvard really needs like a 12 plus imp string possible on this board for there to be any action on this set. Um, they need something big on board 16. Um, West doesn't preempt, which surprises me. Um, 6-4. I mean, if you had a side 4 card major, I understand, but 6-4 minors, I think you can open 2 or 3 diamonds. Um, Sean has the Flannery hand, 5 hearts, 4 spades, aces, 2 doubletons again. Yuck. We don't like the semi-balanced hands; those are extra losers. Um, Ben has like a flat hand with no action, even though he has points. His partner has nothing for him. I think there's a pretty good chance East West will stay in part score. Um, we saw the other hand that East West played Drury, so West doesn't get to bid natural diamonds, which could lead to a minor screw up. He has to bid a no here. I guess 3 diamonds is natural invitational. Um, by a past hand, I would usually play that as some sort of fit bid, so it should tend to have I guess like 9 cards between diamonds and hearts. You would want to have a third heart here. Um, I guess if East West get to 4 hearts and Ben has to double this. If you can get this for 8, like that might be what they need. Um, Ben doesn't really have. I mean, Ben doesn't have action here though. Sean could have a 6 heart. They're having a misunderstanding about jump shifts by a past hand. So Sean's over his head here. Um, this might go down 3. Is that enough to swing the match? I guess it could be like 10 imps. I see them falling slightly short. If Sean can go down 2, I'd say he's fine. I don't know if he can go down 2. Um, he's trying to like he wants to do like some sort of cross. He wants to take low routes in hand. He knows he's in a bad contract. So he's just going for he's not trying to make it. He's just going for quick tricks. Um, which is reasonable. Um, okay, I mean we're seeing about 15 imps for Harvard in these last 3 boards that are unscored, but that's not enough, unfortunately. Um, they're up 7 this set. They were down 31 the last set, so they need 24. They're gonna get like 15, so they're gonna looks like a small loss to Minnesota. It's brutal. You can save 10 minutes on a lot of boards. Um, let's switch over to the other table. This contract is kind of nonsense. We'll just see what happens. Um, yeah, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be that close. East West also bid the spade game. Um, West did invite and not game force. But East does have a pretty good hand. What was it? How come I'm not seeing cards played? Did East have 3 hearts? I don't remember. Yeah, West was 5-4 in the majors, or 5-5, 5-5-2-1. No, well, I can see the hands over here. What's the full hand on 14? Let's get a look. East is pretty balanced. I mean, partner invites, and you have a 12 count, 5 card suit. I would re-invite three diamonds. I wouldn't immediately hop to that. I mean, you do have a nice queen 10 third is nice. Three small hearts is not helpful for partner. Um, I'm being asked what my number one bridge tip is. Reply will be lag 30 minutes. So AU Ilo. I'll answer in the chat maybe too once this table finishes. But my number one bridge tip. Okay, down three. Um, so it did go down three. That looked about right. They needed to stay in like two diamonds or two hearts. Good last minute defense by Ben and Cheng. Um, don't think it's gonna be enough. Um, I would re-invite with the East hand. I wouldn't just top the game with 12. I mean, partner doesn't have the value, so you really need fit, and you don't necessarily have fit unless partner is like king and one diamonds across your diamond help suit. Then you can go to four spades. Um, like you need partner to have you'd like partner to have ace of spades, king four of hearts, king and one club, and like two small clubs, right? You can hope both finesses around. You can pick up spades. You need something working, and it just isn't. Um, Back to my number one bridge tip. What is my number one bridge tip? Um, Count. Always be counting. We'll answer in the turn. Think about it when the stream catches up. Anyway, I'm answering it. You'll see me think about it 30 minutes from now, which is now for you. The present, the future, the past. I'm tired. I slept like 6 hours last night, and I had to get up at 7 a.m. to do this. So, get delirious, Kyle. This stream. Um, Harvard did go down one last for two imps. Um, they're definitely winning this set. Not gonna win it by 32, unfortunately. Um, really well played by both teams. Like this was a fun match to watch. Both teams really fighting till the end. Like we've had all these exchanges. So thanks everyone for congratulations to everyone for making the quarterfinals. That's a feat in itself. Anything can happen in these short matches, and to play so long this whole season and make it this far. You start to run into good teams. Good matchups like this happen. Only one can move on. You have that bottleneck effect. So, um, congratulations to both teams for their effort this season. It is hard. It is hard stuff to play bridge. I don't know. It's been a good effort all day long. Um, 15. Looks like they're going low here. They'd have to like steal game and then do something crazy on board 16 to have a shot. I think they're just gonna buy two for a push. If this passes out, congratulations Minnesota. Because I don't think there's just not enough imps left. Derp is thinking, is he gonna try three spades? I mean, partner doubled and corrected preference. I think I would try three spades. I don't think I'd give up. If Jonathan accepts is another matter. Sean's pass in the other auction was certainly reasonable. This sequence might be a little stronger than the sequence that happened on 15 for the others. Maybe not. Three spades looks a little more competitive here because here was like a voluntary jump. Um, So I guess we wouldn't expect East to react any differently. East has already shown, negative double value, so they can't go by their own. There's no game. And as we've talked about, game doesn't make anyway. So, in their pickling partners, Jack of Diamonds on the lead. Harvard might make the over trick now. They get their. Well, they don't get a hard pitch. High spade, see what happens. Maybe they don't. Morgan's not going to duck the ace of clubs around. At least I don't. Oh, I see. The chat finally caught up to board 11 where Ben went down. Um, Not to make Ben feel bad, but that's probably around when the momentum stopped. Of course, he couldn't control his teammates doubling on. Um, or I guess they doubled on 10 too. I like North's double on 10. Um, it's a guessing game. No spoilers, please. They don't want spoilers. um, anyway, um, I should pay attention to the stream. The chat will catch up with me. Anyway, I like North's double here of 10. Like, I don't think it's terrible. Partner did make a rollover call. You don't have that much in hearts. Maybe it's probably a lot better in a heart lead. Obviously. I mean, even on a heart lead. The problem at heart lead, you pick all partners' hearts. Because everything's on side. The double fit just proved too much. I guess ace across partners heart shortness. You're probably better off competing at 5 diamonds. 5 diamonds turns out to be a lot more interesting here. Um, I guess I didn't realize it, but Northsoft can make 5 diamonds, and they doubled for hearts. You have to double hook the clubs. Um, but it's not possible because Sean East can give the club rough before trumper pulled. Either hand. So I guess double dummy. I mean, you're not going to underlead the ace of spades. So double dummy, you're down 1 or 2. And 5 diamonds, which turns out to be better than letting hearts make. Um, I don't blame North. North has like controls. Ace Jack third looks good. Bunnered a little more outside. If the 2 voids weren't there, um, it would be decent judgment to not overcompete. Though those might be things that let 5 diamonds make too. So, tough stuff. Catching up, Harvard did make the over trick on 15, as we talked about. Um, did Morgan duck the club? No, but she didn't find the heart. I bet she continue clubs for a rough. No, she did find the heart. I guess you can run the spades. I mean, heart should be returned back. No, diamond there by Julia doesn't make sense, right? I mean, you're just putting the board in. Trumper pulled. You got to go after. I guess you're hoping for an M play, but it just gave the entry for the 1 club pitch, which is all you need. So, Sean in the chat claimed his partner's 4 heart bid was weird on 10. Um, I can buy that. I mean, it's not many high crit points. It's like it's an ace, a source of tricks, and a void, and 3 card support. Um, I find it to be a very practical bid. I don't think it was terrible. Um, there might be some end play here. They're talking about 9 and 10 still. Last board. Congrats to Minnesota. Um, real big shout out to Harvard. Getting all these imps. They're gonna get imps the last 5 boards, just not quite enough. Um, they're gonna win this set probably by 15 or 16. Anyway. Fine. Sean doesn't like that I said unfortunately Minnesota gets some specs. All right, nice job by East West here, staying low on the last hand. Um, they were able. Looks like they might play two-way jury too. But with forcing one no, Jonathan fielded nicely with 2 clubs. With his doubleton. Remember he had a problem with the Flannery shape. He's had I think 5 spade or 5 hearts, 4 spades. That's always a hard hand to bid. He chose to rebid his doubleton club, then pass one no. That let partner temporize and go to diamonds, which probably is the best contract. Um, so nice bidding by Sheldon and Jonathan here. They will win imps here. It looks like they're going down, or no, they're not going down. I guess diamond split, right? Diamond split nicely, 4-2, 3-2. Um, this will be 10 more imps for Harvard, decreasing the margin to I think single digits, but not quite enough. Might be 11. Um, uh, Congrats to Minnesota. Congrats to Harvard again for a really hard fought match. I know this will stink for a while, but you should be happy of the good bridge you played. It was very enjoyable to watch and commentate, and wish all the players the best. Um, looks like Minnesota loses the set by 20, wins by 11. Um, they'll be playing Claremont, the winners of the quarterfinal between Claremont and U Chicago. Um, I guess later this week, Georgia Tech will play UC Santa Barbara. And we have 4 nice teams for the semifinal, so should be exciting stuff. Maybe I'll be back to commentate, maybe I won't. But um, this was fun to do, and I will look forward to watching the rest. So thanks everyone. Um, for sticking through my awful commentary, apparently. Um, I'm just kidding, Deshaun. Um, links are right below me if you want to support my growing Discord community and other things. Um, as I do this stuff during quarantine, I don't know. Help support bridge streaming. Um, and congrats again to Minnesota. Congrats again to Harvard for a well fought match. And we'll see you soon for more bridge. There's always more bridge. Never forget that. So catch you all next time.